What's going on, guys? So today we got recent pickups part 2. This is a continuation of the last video. So last time I covered the first half of the items, and this time I'm gonna just cover the rest. And if you haven't seen that one yet, I will leave it linked in this video. I'm gonna walk you through each piece, the size, the fit, and I'll try to leave a link in the description in case you want to pick anything up. So we'll start off with the first item. We got this Home Depot racing jacket. I picked it up off of eBay. It's used. I don't know if it's necessarily vintage or not, but the chest says 2002 champion, so could be from the 2000s. It reminds me of those jackets that were popular back then. Primarily comes in this black color with sewn in logos all throughout it. So we got Home Depot sewn in up by the shoulders, more logos sprinkled throughout the chest, the Coca-Cola logo, Goodyear logo, Chevy, Old Spice, just a bunch of logos all throughout the jacket. We got this huge Home Depot logo down by the bottom of the jacket, button closure in the front that goes all the way to the bottom. Then we got two pockets down by the waist. On the back we got one more large Home Depot logo, TonyStewart.com, the American flag, and then the number 20 up by the neck. One thing I like about the jacket is the neckline. It kind of stands up. It also has this orange lining that runs all around the neck and then onto the shoulders. So the jacket comes in a cotton material, so it's pretty lightweight, good for the springtime. Then we got some lining on the inside. Probably one of my favorite pickups in a while. Overall, love the fit and the look of the jacket, and definitely going to get a lot of wear out of it throughout the spring. So the next one is the big one. This is the Balenciaga Super Busy bag in the black colorway. It's a statement piece, and it took me a while to really commit to this. I tried to find alternatives online, but just couldn't find anything quite like it. Been eyeing this ever since they first released it. Decided to pick it up. Overall, it comes in this lambskin leather, so it's leather all throughout it. It has silver hardware detailing all throughout it. On the front, we got 5 pockets, and each of these are zip pockets. Then has an AirPods case holder in the middle. Kind of disagree with the placement of the AirPods case. Technology just changes so much, so it's going to be outdated in a few years, but could probably use that for something else. Then we also have the card holder on the front with the Balenciaga logo embossed on the card holder. 2 pockets on each side, so one with a flap, one with a zip. One small detail that I like, they flip the order of it on each side. So on this side we got the flap on top, zip on the bottom. Then on the other side we got the zip on top with the flap on the bottom. Small detail that I personally like. Then on the back we just got a zip compartment with a hook. Then in the center we got the Balenciaga logo embossed again. Has one strap that is not adjustable. They do have other variations with an adjustable strap. I feel like this design is a little more clean than those versions, so wanted to get the one without the adjustable strap. The only thing is if you wear this with bulkier type jackets, you can't really get it on your sleeve. On the strap itself, it has 2 more pockets, so one on each side. Hook on the strap in case you want to hang like a keychain or something like that. One main compartment in the center. In order to get to the main compartment, it has 2 zips to close it up, so you can zip it from either side. My biggest problem with this bag is the main compartment. I think that the opening is a little small, especially if you have a larger computer. You have to kind of maneuver for it to fit inside the bag, but the bag does have enough space for it to fit inside. But once you open it up, you just got a black lining on the inside with some more tags with the logo, and ironically there are no pockets on the inside, which is my second problem with the bag. They should have at least had 1 pocket or 1 separate compartment in the bag. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Balenciaga Super Busy. Trust me, I looked all around to try to find alternatives, but couldn't find anything that was quite like this. Decided to pick it up, and I'm really glad that I did. I think it's gonna come in handy, especially in the summer, because this comes in a real leather material. It'll wear over time and it'll last you for years. I would definitely recommend it to you guys if y'all were considering picking up this bag. Next we got this thrifted bomber jacket in green. I got this in a thrift store that specializes in like army or Americana type gear. Primarily comes in this olive green color, so your typical bomber jacket green, and on the inside you got your typical contrasted orange. There's 2 pockets down by the bottom, and then there's 1 more pocket on the left sleeve. Glad I picked this up because really good quality. According to the tag, is from the 50s or the 60s, but I don't know if I necessarily believe that. Still a good jacket nonetheless. Definitely a vintage item just by some of the distressing that goes all throughout it. It has some smaller rips all throughout it. The distressing up by the collar, so it's coming apart, and down by the sleeves has some discoloration throughout the jacket, especially by the zippers. Rust that ran from the zippers onto the jacket all the way down that front zip. Same thing for the zipper on the sleeve. When I bought it, it was plain, so there weren't any patches on it, but I decided to add some just to give more of that Americana vintage type look. Got this American flag on the left sleeve. Got these 2 patches on the front. I really do like this red and yellow patch. Adds some contrast to the jacket, gives it more of a pop. Then on the right sleeve, we just got 1 more patch in red. Also added some padding on the shoulders just to give the jacket a little more structure. I really gravitated to this because of how vintage it looks. Love that it's actually vintage and it is high quality. And then added on these patches make it a little more unique. So I recommend y'all buy secondhand. You know, you could always customize your pieces to how you want them to look and how you want them to fit. So the next one y'all been asked me about a lot. This is the Sedwire Studios thrashed zip up hoodie that comes in this gray or washed out black color. Has a washed out effect, has distressing all throughout it as well, so you can see some of the distressing by the hood, on the chest, runs down the shoulders, also by the pockets on the bottom, and then also on the sleeves. It comes with 2 holes at the hood for a string, but it doesn't come with a string, which is a nice touch in my opinion. Double zip on the front, so zipper that extends all the way to the bottom. Another zip on the bottom of the hoodie so you can zip it up, so you got more of that open look on the bottom of the hoodie. Sedwire Studios logo on the chest, 2 pockets on the front, and then on the back we just got a sewn on patch in the center. So I actually sized down in this to a small. I usually wear medium in hoodies, so it does fit a little more cropped on me, but overall it does have more of that oversized silhouette because of the drop shoulder. So if you're gonna pick this up, I say stay true to size, but if you want it to fit more like it does on me, size down by 1. I have 2 pairs of sweats from them. The quality on it is great, especially for the price. Definitely my go-to hoodie right now. So next up we got the Entire Studios A2 bomber jacket in green. I got this one before I got any of the other bomber jackets. I opted for this one because I like the silhouette of it. Overall pretty cropped in the body. The sleeves are a little more puffy, so it gives off more of that puffy or oversized boxy type look. This one comes in a green color. It's like a really light green, has a slight tint of blue in it, but it also comes in different colors like black, brown, and gray. There's some strap detailing up by the shoulders. Personally, I wish they had a jacket that didn't come with these straps because I'm not really a fan of the straps on the shoulders, but not really a big deal. Unzip that goes all the way to the bottom of the jacket. It also has a Velcro strap at the front of the jacket that hides the zipper. Moving down, we got 1 pocket on the chest that closed by a zip. Then we got 2 pockets down by the waist that close by button, and on the sleeve we just got 1 more pocket with a zipper. Then it just got a plain design on the back. So as I mentioned, this fit's pretty cropped and it does have more of an oversized kind of fit to it. I originally ordered this in a medium. It felt a little too oversized. Just for reference, I'm 5'8", 170, and I usually wear mediums and jackets, but I felt like it was a little too big, so I decided to size down to a small. So depending on how you want it to fit, if you want it to fit like this does on me, I suggest sizing down by 1. If not, just go with your true size. Next up, we got the Needles HD track pants in this rust colorway. With the warmer weather coming up, I wanted a pair of lightweight track pants that are more breathable that I could wear throughout the spring, and these are definitely breathable. The material is super light. I had a couple pairs of Needles pants in the past, but I felt like they didn't fit loose enough, so I ended up selling them. Picked this one up, which is the HD variation. I like the way the HD cargos fit. They have more of that balloon type silhouette, so I was hoping these would fit the same. These do fit a lot baggier than I expected. This is my most recent pickup, and I haven't gotten a lot of wear out of it yet, but I'll get used to it as I get to style it more in the spring. I was debating on the color. It was between this and the royal blue color, but that one sold out everywhere, so decided to get this one. Overall, it has a rust or a burnt orange type color, which I think is really nice, and it has a contrasting stripe that runs all the way down the sides of the pants. It comes in this gray color, but it also has some slight hints of green. So on the front, we just got 2 side pockets. Then on the right side, we have the Needles butterfly logo stitched in. Then on the back, it just got 1 pocket with a zip. So instead of 1 stitch pattern, it has 2, and I think that gives off more of that parachute or balloon type effect in the pants and helps with that oversized silhouette. In terms of sizing, I did go true to size, so I usually wear a medium in track pants, and I picked this up in a medium. If you're gonna pick this up, stay true to size. Next up, we got this denim moto jacket in this mid blue wash. I've been seeing a lot of designer brands coming out with denim moto jackets recently. Figured it would be better or cheaper to thrift one or buy one used. Ended up finding this on eBay. There's a lot of good pieces on eBay that you can find for cheap. So this comes in this mid blue wash, similar to the diesel jeans that I shared in the last video. It has this brown contrast stitching all throughout it. Kind of outlines the pockets, some of the padding on the jacket, and it runs all the way down the sleeves as well. It has 1 zip in the front that goes all the way to the bottom of the jacket. Got a Velcro strap, and we got 2 zip pockets on the sides. Another zipper on the sleeves with a Velcro strap. Has this patch on the front, 2 more patches on the shoulders. This is also a padded jacket. There's padding up at the shoulders, padding on the sleeves. It also comes with some removable padding. There's this 3 padding design in the middle of the jacket. Then moving down, we got some more padding on the bottom of the jacket. There's also some elasticized ribbing throughout it. So there's ribbing on the sleeves, and then also some ribbon on the back by the shoulders. It also has these zippers sprinkled throughout the jacket as well. So they aren't pockets, but I think once you open it up, it gives the jacket more ventilation. See it on the chest, on the sleeves, and then also on the back of the jacket. It has more of a snug fit, which I think adds to the look of the moto jacket. It did come with some removable lining on the inside for the colder months, but you can remove it once it gets a little warmer. But overall, love this jacket. Denim moto jackets seem like they're kind of trendy right now too. Brands like Acne Studios has their version of this. Also, Entire Studios has a version. Definitely check secondhand before you decide to buy a more expensive piece. We got this Icon moto jacket in blue. In my last video, you saw that I had a Yamaha one. This one is a little bit different. I think this one's a little bit more interesting as well, just because of the patches all throughout it. I actually saw this in store, but the guy was trying to charge way too high for it. I ended up finding it on eBay for a quarter the price. I'm not sure if this is necessarily vintage or not, but this is a used jacket, primarily blue with a white stripe all throughout it, from the front all the way to the back of the jacket. It also has patches all throughout it, so on the chest, on the shoulders, on the sleeves, basically like motorsport type patches on it. And these patches do have a plastic covering on top of it, so that kind of preserves how the patches look. So we got the Icon logo on the chest. The end of the sleeve, we got the Icon logo written out, running down each sleeve. We have one zip that goes all the way down to the front of the jacket, and on the back we got a plain design with a white stripe that goes across. And there's some slight distressing on the jacket because it is used. We got some perforation on the sleeves, padding all throughout the jacket as well. There's some padding up by the shoulders, there's padding down by the elbows, and then padding on the back of the jacket. It didn't come with all the padding inside the jacket, so I took it out of one of my other moto jackets just to give it a little more structure. But overall, I really do like the design of this. Color wise, the blue is a little different than the Yamaha one, and I think the patches add a little more interest to the jacket overall. So next one, we got another bomber jacket in this dark blue or teal color, super unique color. On the inside, we got an orange lining, one zip that extends all the way to the bottom, two pockets on the sides to close by a button, and then one more pocket on the sleeve. Then on the back, we just got a plain design. Overall, it does have more of a puffy or oversized type fit to it. I was considering adding some patches to this one too, but I think the color is pretty nice and it already stands out on its own, so might just leave it as is, but I'm not too sure yet. So next up is another favorite. So this one's a Stetson hat, a little bit outside my comfort zone in terms of like style and all that. Always wanted one of these, but wanted to find one that was a little more versatile. I didn't want like the large ones. I wanted one that was not too big. We just got this red and black lumberjack pattern, fur design all throughout it in this brown color. You could also unbuckle this to have the two ears flip down. I usually have it strapped up at the top. Definitely more of a winter cap, just a good winter hat, good way to step outside your comfort zone, and it is true to size, so if you can pick it up, stay true to size. So next one we got is the Martine Rose cut peak cap in the navy color. I actually meant to return this one, ended up passing the deadline, so pretty much stuck with it. Basically a dad hat with the brim cut in half, so it gives off the square type look. It's a little different, little out there. Overall, it comes in a cotton material. This is in a navy color, but it also comes in a beige or an off-white color. Martine Rose logo embroidered in this gold color. Then on the back, we got a Velcro strap with the Martine Rose logo embroidered onto the strap. So I first saw this on a runway show. Looked pretty good on the site as well. The way that the model was wearing it, it also looked like a good piece. But when I actually got it in hand, wasn't really crazy about the way it looked. Honestly, kind of regret this purchase. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try to style it a little more in the summer. We'll see how I feel about it in a couple months. Next up, we got these gray pants from COS. You might have seen in one of my older videos that I have these in black. So this is just a gray version, exact same fit as the other ones. I wanted a gray one that I can alternate days when you want to be a little more dressy, dress up. What I like about this is the silhouette. I love the way these fit. They have more of that loose, flowy type fit to them, so it's not your typical dress pants. It has a wide leg, comes in this wool blend, but it is flowy. On the front, you can see some of the pleats, which help with the silhouette. Two pockets on the sides, zip fly. Then on the back, we just got one more pocket. So this is a women's piece. I just sized up to the largest size that they had, which was a size 12. I usually wear 33 or 34 in pants, and this one fits me perfectly. So if you're gonna pick it up, definitely check the sizing charts. I really like the look of these. You could wear them throughout the year. I've got a lot of wear out of them when I want to be a little more dressy. Love the way these fit, the waist size, the length of it as well, and just the silhouette overall. So next one we got is the Balenciaga Mercury Oval sunglasses in the silver colorway. So I actually tried these on in Kith, and I really like the way that they fit, but didn't pick them up then. Ended up finding it for cheaper online. Decided to get this in a silver colorway, a little different than my usual, but they also have gold, black, and green. Silver frame all throughout it, and on the temples, it got the BB logo. Mirror reflective lens. On the right lens, we have the Balenciaga logo. The lenses themselves come in this really light goldish color, so it's a lot lighter than your typical gold. Even though this is more subtle than the usual designs, it still does stand out. Just a nice pair of frames for the summertime. So next one's a little different than my usual, but I got these diesel vegan leather pants in black. It's more of like a leather jogger. Comes in an all black color. We got this elasticized waist with two drawstrings. Moving down, we have a zip fly, and we got two pockets on the sides. On the legs, we have some paneling, which gives off that curved shape. These have more of a loose type look to them, and it has another drawstring to tighten it up. Then on the back, we got two more Velcro pockets, and on the right pocket, we got the diesel logo. So this is in a size 48. I feel like I could have gone up to a size 50, but at the same time, they do fit. Definitely check the sizing charts before you pick this up. Next up, we got the Margiela tabbies in a black colorway. Super classic design. Always had my eye on it, but I felt like it was a little too out there for where my style was before, but finally decided to pick it up. It comes in a black smooth leather. They have a bunch of different colors. My second choice was a white cracked leather version, but I think this one you can get a lot more wear out of it. We got a typical split toe design on the front. Some people love it, some people hate it. You don't really notice after you have it on for a while. You do need special socks to wear these. You could just pick them up off of like Amazon. The front is kind of squared off as well, which I think adds to the look of the boot. This version comes with a tall heel. They also have two more versions with a shorter heel, then a flat version with no heel. Decided to get the tall heel because I feel like that's the best looking one out of all three variations. That adds to the look of the shoe and makes it look more like a statement piece. And then on the inner side, we got some hooks to close it up. These hooks do come open when you wear it. Not too sure if that's just my pair, but that's something that I noticed every time I wear these shoes. Then on the bottom, we just got your sizing, the Margiela logo, and then the numbers with 22 circled, which I think stands for footwear. I ended up getting a size 42 in this, which is a US 9. I'm a true to size 9.5. I did try 43 and 43 was way too big. So if you're gonna pick this up, I say stay true to size, or if you're in between sizes, size down by half. So that's it for the pickups. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. As I said, I'll leave everything linked in the description in case you want to get anything. I will leave part 1 linked in this video as well. Always appreciate y'all watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.